technology journalist even, Marianne Russon joins us from London. Marianne, thanks so much indeed for your time. Do you
Hi
think
there.
any company is ever truly 100% safe from hackers?
No, that is absolutely impossible. I do feel we have a big problem in the cybersecurity industry. Software engineers, if you go to study IT in university, you are studying software engineering or computer science. There are very few degrees in the world that specialize in cybersecurity. If you want to learn that, you wait to be hired by an IT software company, some form of IT company, and you rely on them to train you on the job. In all honesty, it is possible to hack everything. If you just have to find the vulnerabilities, and once you find the software vulnerability, you don't tell anybody about it. That's what nation-state hackers do. You just sit on it and you use it quietly until somebody does discover it, which is why white hat hackers make a huge amount of money now trying to find these. So there's lots of things that you should be doing to keep your system safe. However, it is impossible to prevent hacking.
It's such an incredible underworld. I mean, you mentioned nation-state hackers. So we've understood that for some time, that cyber warfare is very much part of the modern way that a country might conduct its relationships with another outside source. But
yes.
What about groups of hackers? Do they exist in terms of being sort of on the market and selling themselves to nation states that might want to use them? Because Joe Biden says that actually these aren't being backed by Russia, but they're based in Russia. So what? They're just a group of individuals sitting in a room just trying to have fun and stopping people from on the East Coast getting their gas into their cars?
So the very first hacking attempts, so basically hacking is literally somebody does something that you don't expect to do to your computer, right? So the first ever hacking virus software was like in the 1980s, in the first Macs and MS-DOS. This has been going on for a long time. The difference is that was some guy who was a computing nerd who was having a go, right? And then a few years ago, we had the WannaCry attacks, which took out the NHS and lots of US businesses, US police forces, and also US hospital computer systems. They wanted money, right? But at the same time, they were just small groups of small bad guys. But now we're seeing a really alarming trend, which is essentially these bad guys grouping together, almost like forming their own dodgy, bad enterprise IT company. So they're offering the reverse of what a legitimate enterprise IT company is doing. An enterprise company wants to offer your company services, and then you will pay them money. The dodgy guys want to steal your data from the businesses, so then you will pay them money. So the entire reason they're doing this is for money. Nation-state hackers, they're doing this for their government agenda, right? Which is maybe getting competitive advantage over other countries, for spying on other countries. And you do that through going through their businesses, right? So that's why America is so angry with China right now. But there is really no point in you doing this if you are a normal hacker, unless you're trying to make some money. And that's why there's been a huge rising spate of ransomware attacks over the last year through the pandemic. But what is scary is that they've got their own ecosystem. They've got their own dodgy partners who provide different bits of technology that they can use to carry out these cyber attacks. And they even give the software to affiliates, train them how to use it, and then the affiliates give them a cut of the ransom money.
Yeah, so basically a proper business, but just illegal.
Yeah.
What are your top tips, Marianne, for individuals to be as safe as possible in the digital world?
Please never open email attachments. I spend my whole career telling people off for this through articles and saying, do not open email attachments. You don't know this person. You've never done business with this company. Why would you open up a PDF file or a PowerPoint file or any type of file that they send you through email when you don't know who these people are? Always check everything, especially if you're a finance department. So many companies have been done with phishing attempts where money's been diverted. Huge invoices that didn't exist have been paid to hackers. Don't check everything. Double check everything. Check email addresses. Check that you know the person. If you are a company, your IT department needs to be patching the systems. There are so many things in so many companies, including the US fuel pipeline, whereby there are legacy systems that they work. You set it up once, it works, so you just leave it there, right? How often do you look at your internet router at home, right?
Yeah.
So you set the password and it's done, right? But you need to patch this stuff. You need to change your password. Go through. Google has a really cool tool now, which tells you whether you're using the same password for too many services and whether they have been exposed in a breach. You need to use this tool, and you need to go through and change all your passwords. You will get caught by hackers eventually, because data breaches of massive companies revealing your account details, passwords, it's happening every day.
Yeah. Mary Ann Russon, thank you so much. Really always enjoy talking with you.